Hey everyone, and welcome to this Suchomimus mod spotlight. The Suchomimus is made by GigaRaptor, and I do believe this is their first ASA mod released. Suchomimus also seems to be the first of a upcoming collection of dinosaurs from a new series called ARK Horizons, and judging by the roster so far, this is going to be quite the collection to look out for. So, Suchomimus being a spinosaurid does indeed mean that you'll be able to find these guys in the shallow waters on the island and the deep waters on the center. And they also tend to spawn alongside a pod of Suchomimus. Now, I do want to state this up front, I was not able to get my server up and running in time, so I am currently in single player, and I really despise single player spawns, so I have spawned in a Suchomimus and some Suchomimus to, you know, hopefully simulate what it would actually look like, but otherwise, I'm pretty sure, like, you know, this counts as shallow waters. I think it would naturally spawn here if my server was working. I did spawn it. Wait, okay, that's one of the Sarcos. So we'll just get rid of you quickly. And you might have noticed I am on a vectispinus. I can already confirm that yes, vectispinus does indeed successfully buff Suchomimus. Since it is a spinosaurid, it all works, it's all compatible. So that is one thing that I'm quite pleased to report. And I do think, yep, I do think that's our Sucho over there. So, before we get its attention, that is what the new Suchomimus looks like, and for GigaRaptor's first mod, gotta say he's done a really good job so far. I really do like quite how bulky this creature looks, since it is a bit of a concern with all these really awesome mods coming out. There is a concern that, you know, some species or like archetypes, builds might look too similar, their silhouettes will be indistinguishable. So I'm very glad that Sucho is distinguishable. You know what I mean? So when you're out and about, you'll recognize it quite quickly. So, in regards to taming this guy, he is actually simply a knockout tame. A little bit concerned that the other Sarcos aren't here, but well, what can you do? Right, this is indeed a knockout tame, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I thought it aggroed to me for a second, and would it aggro to a Vecti? Is that an aggro? Oh god, there's a bloody aggro over there! Oh, okay. Oh, see, like I said, two very distinct body plans, which I'm very happy to see. Ow. So before we go knocking it out, I'm very curious to see. It does not aggro to Vecti. Okay, interesting. Would you aggro to me? Oh. You look like you're detecting me. Actually, what is it doing? This is interesting. Oh wait, no, it's definitely angry. It's definitely angry now. Okay, let's just go ahead then and knock it out. Okay, I think it's an issue to do with the attack range. Yeah, alright, I see. Don't you dare attack it. Oh god, ooh, it's got a knockback though. Okay, when it does hit you, it's got a hell of a knockback. Like I said, this is GigaRaptor's first mod, so expect a couple little things here and there, but all the more opportunity to grow and learn and improve this. Ooh, I will say that the sounds are fantastic, and I'm really excited to know like what this ability is, why it's glowing like that. Oh god, that aggro is getting closer. I'm a little bit concerned about that. Oh, you would run straight over to the aggro, wouldn't you? You absolute cheeky bugger. Hold on. In case you're wondering, you cannot use weaponry on the back of a Vecti. That is why I am currently just whistling. Yes, it's a bit haphazard, but you know what? It works. It means I can follow and shoot at the same time. Oh, and there's a Maraxite. Oh god, there's so many scary mods. Okay. Let's go ahead then and just chase after it. Hold on to it. Was fleeing for a second then. And passive. And shoot. And it might just knock out. It has no oxygen meter according to the spyglass. Or the binoculars. So, yeah, it should be fine to knock out in the water. Which I just really hope so for it being a Spinosaurid. Look at it, use Spinosaurus. Right then. So, these guys aren't actually fussy eaters. They require either superior kibble or raw prime fish meat, and I'm assuming not regular, only raw. So it is what it is. But thankfully, I think by the time you're ready to tame yourself a Suchomimus, you should have some kibble readily available to you. So while we wait for that, I do want to check one thing. The Suchomimus saddle is obtainable at level 70, requiring fiber, metal ingots, hide, and no crafting station actually, so no smithy or fabricator. what I want to confirm, or compare, excuse me. Sucho is level 70. Barry is 49. Spinosaurus is 71. Vecti is 55 and 85, although 55 is if you get like a baby early, otherwise it's more like 85 to actually tame a Vecti, if I remember correctly. So with all that in mind, with Sucho being at about 70, this really does give you quite the squadron of Spinos. Oh, and actually, while looking at that, it's already gotten 33% taming. 1 bite of kibble, I would assume. So, yeah, it looks like it's got a decently fast hunger drain. Oh, there we go then. That was really fast. I didn't time it that time, I'm sorry. But that was actually a very fast time. I'd like to say about 3 minutes. In my opinion, should take longer, but I digress. So, first things first, like I mentioned earlier, I just want to quickly confirm it now. If I use my C buffing roar from my vectis, if I use my C buffing roar from my Vecti, and now saddle up and mount, wait, hold on, wrong inventory, there we go, mount up the Sucho, you can see it does indeed have the Spinosaurus buff. You are speedy! Oh my goodness, you are very, very speedy. I guess a little bit refreshing, actually. I do think it's, well, it does have a bit of a lean build, doesn't it, actually? Like, now I get a good close look at it. Yeah, it's refreshing to have a fast Spino. I know, obviously, the Spino is very speedy with the water buff, but, oh, you know what, actually, thinking about it, this with an imprint bonus sounds a little bit scary. Okay, so, abilities. The abilities on this guy is quite interesting. So we have our standard melee, which I do believe has got a couple of different animations. Oh, yeah, there you go, that big downwards bite. Oh, damn. So, that is the default melee. The right click is a claw swipe attack. Let's just get a good little look at that. I wish you could right click in K-Camera. It is so weird that you can't. But there you go, it does have a small cooldown. Uses either claws randomly. So, the thing about claw swipe is that it deals a small amount of damage, but it makes the target take progressively increased damage, starting at 5% and then increasing per application from 5 to 10, then to 25% extra damage taken. And this does work on bosses. In addition to this, it's roar, which if I just quickly unfollow you, point towards my Vecti, if I roar, it gives me a nerve spike, interesting. And it should also give you, oh no it didn't, or maybe it's because I took too long. It's got a 30-second cooldown, we'll try that again in a bit. The roar gives nearby allies a 10% damage increase, and 20% extra damage taken to enemies. And these are all AoE abilities that are benefited by allies. Okay, let's just try again then. So I've just buffed a nerve spike. Check you. No, okay, so maybe, I'll have to have a look into that then. At the very least, it gives the Sucho a bit extra damage. And finally, our fourth ability is a stomp attack, which, let's see, what bind X? Control? Oh! Oh, I like that. Hold on. It's got an 8-second cooldown, but does more damage than the other abilities. Oh, I like that. That's a big dramatic stomp. Very nice. In terms of swimming, it's actually a little bit slower than I expected, considering it's such a fast runner. But otherwise, it's decently fast for, you know, as far as creatures go. That's an Alpha Carno. I don't want to deal with an Alpha Carno. No, that's the wrong kind of target. Let's get another Meraxes. Oh, and a couple of Eocarks. Wait, no, there's a card. Wait, huh? Oh god, there's 2 Meraxes and a small Karcher. Okay, I thought that was Eocarkarias. There's so many dinos. Right, let's go ahead then. And oh, you're alpha buffed. Oh, the Carno's right there. Well, this should go well. Let's go ahead then and just give you a couple of... Oh, you know what? You know what? This was a mistake. This was absolutely a big mistake. Let's just flee. Well, on the plus side, I'm fast enough to flee that battle. Bloody Carno just had to get involved. How rude. Okay, Rexy Rex. Let's go ahead then and deal a couple of applications of Claw Swipe onto you then. That's the second application. Dealing 146 per bite. That's the third application. 146. Hold on. Don't actually know how long the Claw Swipe lasts for, but it's interesting. I'm actually getting Nerve Spike quite a bit. Is that a claw swipe doing that? I keep on getting the buff applied to myself. Okay, let's test out the claw swipe on something a little bit less scary. Oh wait, did Amaraxes really just follow me? Level 45. Well, let's see if I can survive. Okay, we're gonna right click. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, no, I'm getting a nerf spike buff whenever I just deal damage in general, not just from my raw. Okay, that's really cool. But otherwise, doing the occasional claw swipe, taking a step back, going to do... Oh, I'm going to fly over. Another claw swipe. If it will allow me to. Right click, stomp. That Maraxes are looking kind of scary. Another claw swipe, bite, bite, bite. And I don't think we'll survive this fight. Or actually, to be fair, yeah, I am taking a lot of damage, but the Suchomimus is kind of holding its ground. Oh god. Thank you, Maraxes. Okay, now I'm just curious for sheer stubbornness. Who's going to win this fight? Why did you roar? I did not tell you to roar. That was interesting. Ah! You know what? I'm going to take that as a hint. I'm going to flee. Hey, nearly put up a decent fight. Considering Maraxes has faster attack speed, self-healing, and the whole enrage deal. So I put together quite the army for a little test drive. I have 2 vectispinus, 3 Suchomimus, 5 baryonyx, and 2 spinos. So one thing that I really like about the new Suchomimus, and also the vectispinus as well for that matter, is the way that all these guys synergize. Since in every boss format possible, you just spam Rexes, or you spam Theries, or you spam Megatheriums, but either way you're spamming. Whereas these two, Suchomimus and Vectispinus, really do change this up quite a bit, since Vecti does a AoE buff to buff all Spinosaurids, so the Bary and the Spino, and also Vecti and Sucho, all 4 of them will do more damage. In addition to the Suchomimus, will use a claw swipe to have the boss and minions take 20% extra damage, in addition to the AoE buff, where everything, all allies deal 10% extra damage. Those buffs and debuffs I just mentioned from the Suchomimus affect all targets, but in Sinergy the Vectispinus, it's just going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out, and I'm really enjoying this unique idea of now these creatures working together in tandem. You could add more, like Uterannus, like Dinotherium, like Mammoth. Sure, you could add all the other creatures in too. But it's a really interesting concept that now we are slowly getting a little bit closer to a mixed format, rather than just spam the same species each time. So, I would just like to see then good old Gamma Broodmother. Everything's 150 summons, leveled into melee, primitive saddles, nothing too fancy. Let's see. You're a male, you're a female, so I'll mount one of the males then. That way I can guarantee that 2 Suchos are constantly doing the claw swipes while I'm running around on foot doing my thing. I don't know if the Vecti will auto-roar, or if anyone will auto-roar for that matter. We'll find out when I get the buff or not. But either way, I'm really curious. I really want to see how this will pan out. So, let's go ahead then, mount you up then, and just set you all to attack. Look at them go! So many Spinos! Oh, this is awesome to see. I'd love to see it. Right then. Oh! Okay. It's fine. Yes! Vecti does auto-roar! Oh, I'm in single player though. Oh, bugger. I got so excited then. Oh, but they are doing decent work. I am sitting back and watching. I mean, I guess I can get involved actually. Oh god, I say that. And there's all the spiders, so I guess I'll just do a little stomp then. Oh my god, the damage is respectable! Non-imprints, no imprints, no mutations. Really are just bog standard, you know, leveled into melee, doing the occasional stomp, doing the right clicks, getting the claw swipe up and running. These Spinos are looking very damaged. I'm not necessarily expecting to win this because, again, primitive saddles, not even 20 creatures, no healing. But it's honestly like the DPS, the damage per second, is actually really commendable. I'm liking the Sucho Stomp a lot. I do think the Stomp is a really nice touch. The other Suchos seem to be doing quite nicely actually. I can't see any blood on the Vectis, it's just the Spinos that are struggling. And if I remember correctly in my Vecti video, I think that happened there as well. I think the Spinos have just got absolutely ruined, probably due to the lack of, or due to, you know, the massive hitboxes. They get hit by so much more. This is really respectable damage. This is a cool little team here. Imagine this with like some serious optimization. Imagine with, you know, more buffs, more dinos. Oh, I'm liking it. And a lot of this is all to do, well, all of it, all of it is to do with Vecti and Sucho, the two synergy or synergizing dinos. I really like this. Oh, lovely. I'm so bored of Rexers, you know, Megatherians. I mean, yeah, like, I'm bored of spamming dinos. Like, yeah, I can use Shadow Mains, I can use, like, really anything. That was quick. And nothing died. Wait, did anything die? Where's the berries? Did the berries even get... Okay, the baryonyxes didn't even get involved. Wait, hold on. You idiots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not a single one of them got involved. But both the Spinos survived. Half HP, 1/3. Vectis did well. You know, again, half HP, 1/3. Wait, that's Spino, hold on. No. They did really, really well. Suchos. Oh, wow, that one had 54 base points into health. Oh my god. I'm genuinely impressed. Oh, I hope we get more synergistic things like this. I mean, of course, it can get a bit complicated when, you know, if you've got 100 different species doing 100 different buffs and debuffs, yeah, that will get quite overwhelming. But in the case of this, where, again, Sucho buffs everything, but Vecti buffs Spinos, it really just helps kind of, you know, push, encourage that spinosaurid team. I love this. This is really refreshing. Wow, and they performed really well, especially the baryonyx's bloody slacking in the background. Okay, that's really, really cool. Wow, good job, team. I'm actually really impressed by that. That went very, very well. I know it's only again a Broodmother, but it was also a very haphazard group altogether, you know? Right then. So, like I said, the Suchomimus is the first from ARK Horizons by GigaRaptor. There is an entire roster of creatures incoming, although, of course, you know, these things take time, but just, you know, remember the fact that, hey, this is just a taste of things to come, and I'm very excited to see what's next. I do think that the Suchomimus might need just a little bit of work with its attack range, though I have no idea how difficult that actually is to do. Maybe it's easier said than done. But aside from just that one little caveat where it wasn't hitting properly earlier, the wild one wasn't attacking me properly, aside from that, this is really, really cool and I do like this a lot. So, I will wrap it up here then. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Mod ID is in the bottom right hand corner and the link will be in the description down below. And I'll see you all again next time. Cheers.